Said good morning. I said hello, mom. I said heading to work, watching your game.
Matthew, can you still hear us?
He's straight chilling.
Yes, I can.
Awesome.
That's good.
All right, starting here, Ms. Pepper.
All right, question for Kelsey. So yesterday you said that this team was yet to string together 4 quarters of good basketball. Do you think that happened today? And if so, how?
What do you think?
I think so. It looks like it.
Yeah. No, we did. Super proud of the way we came out. Our third quarters have kind of been like the nemesis. And I think that we really bought in.
We tied third.
We tied the third. Dang it.
I know, damn it.
Dang it. Usually that's progress though. Then we'll take progress.
Normally we get cooked.
Yeah, normally we're hurting in the third. So yeah, it's progress for us. And this league is so good. Like a lot of times dramatic changes don't actually happen. It's like very like microscopic changes. And I thought that we took a step forward today.
Absolutely. Thank you.
For all of you, I mean, that first half, everything was clicking. We set the record for most points in the first half of the NBA.
Oh shit.
Like,
Damn,
you
I know
first
that.
never score 100 points in 3 straight games. Just talk about the offense in that first half. Chelsea, why don't you start since you got you guys going tonight or today?
Yeah, I think when we're engaged defensively, like we're able to play out in transition. And a lot of times they were cross matched. We would get into the paint, popping the ball, like playing off of each other. Becky always says like paint for a teammate, and we were doing that. Like we were getting steals, making them take tough shots. And I think when we're able to play in transition, our secondary action, super hard to guard. And we were knocking it down.
Yeah, I mean, just piggybacking off of what Chelsea said, like our offense fueled off of our defense, and our defense is not good when it's stagnant, and we were just flying all over the court. We're communicating a lot more, and it's something that we've been working on. And also, like KP said, this stuff doesn't happen overnight. Yeah, we got into a little fog, but it's kind of like how do you get out of it? How do you work your way out of it? And we strung possessions together, and we made it work. We made it work on both ends of the basketball, and it always works out in our favor. I'm always go for my teammates versus anybody when it comes to us playing well and stringing stuff together.
Can I get any official comments on Sid Colson's crossover heard around the world?
Man,
She juke. No, I said that was nice.
Cross. Don't get into it. She got handles.
Yes,
She got
yes,
handles.
very quick. That takes us by no surprise when it comes to Sid.
Love it. And then just, I guess, on a little more serious note, like how nice is it having that personality on the team? Just like someone who really bigs everyone up.
It's needed. It's needed. Sydney's someone that's gonna always have a job, always, because you need that healthy balance in a locker room. But at the same time, it's not like we take her as a joke. She's a teammate. She holds us accountable. She's a voice that we need on the bench. So it's always good to have that outlet and just to kind of laugh in situations that you shouldn't be laughing in, but it's kind of like a pressure release in a sense.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Sydney and being a great teammate, she's gonna always have a job in this league, no matter what. And we're lucky to have her again.
Thank you. Christos.
Hello, ladies. Congratulations on the win and the performance as well. Kelsey and Asia, you said after the game in Thursday that you didn't play well in second half. How the second half performance on the previous game helped you to stay locked in and focus on tonight's game?
It's just one of those things where we've been here before. I was on, going into halftime, I was shaking my leg like I was nervous because we've been in these situations before, and we always would come out in the third quarter kind of shaky. So at the end of the day, we just really locked in, and we understood that, normally the third quarter, we're going to have to start with a stop. And once we get that stop, it then fuels us on the offensive end. So with us, we really had to just lock in on the defensive end. And I think today we knew our assignments a lot more, even though nothing changed. We just really was locked into our assignments and our personnel.
Matthew.
Hey, ladies, congrats on the win. I want to sort of jump right off of that point on assignments. Sabrina in the first 2 games just had really good games. Tonight you hold her to 9 points. She made 1 shot. I know you said nothing really changes overnight, but to have that sort of defensive performance as a group to really lock down, how much does that give you confidence going forward that you can do that every game going forward?
I mean, there's no secret. Like New York's offense fuels when she has the ball in her hands a lot more, and she's able to read the defense. She's a taller guard, so she's able to steal for the defenses a lot. So we just wanted to make it difficult for her, extend her catches, make sure we're pressuring the ball, and it just locked in on our pick and roll coverage. And I think we were able to do that today.
Mr. Emerson.
Hey guys, Asia, I actually have two questions for you. The first one is about Natasha Howard, 17 points in that first half, 2 in the second. I just want to kind of talk about the adjustment that the team kind of made on her in the second half.
They knew that we were switching, so majority of the time she was going to have a little on her. But at the end of the day, I think we did the best thing we could. That's the whole point of when you play teams multiple times, especially kind of in a back-to-back situation, you learn how to adapt and adjust. And I mean, she came out on fire, but some things you just kind of got to live with. I mean, Natasha Howard, she's an all-star. We know that she's fully capable of doing that. But you just kind of puts you in a situation where you got to live with an all-star that's getting about 19 tonight. But at the same time, I feel like we did a pretty decent job on the guards. Just not. Because I don't think her different than her to the line. So we made it tough on her, but we got her best.
And sorry about that, it's delaying a little bit. So this last question that I have for you, prior to the All-Star break, we talked about the stat sheet, right? And one of the things that you talked about, you said looking at your plus minus shattered your heart. Looking at the plus minus right now for all of your starters, what's your heart doing?
It's pumping like a mug. No, this is great. I mean, when you got your starting five and the plus minus is at 30 or more, that's great. Like that is something that is crazy nice. When we were just flowing, and what was the assist to the shots?
32.
Yeah, 32 to 34, 38 shot attempts. Like that's huge. 32 to 38. Yeah. That's big. That means the ball, like Becky says, the ball is popping, we're moving, and it's hard to guard. So when you see this plus minus and it's all above 30, and that's coming from your starting five, man, that means we're doing something right. So we just got to continue.
Thank you.
Hey guys, this is for whoever wants to answer. Since y'all were able to play less minutes tonight than y'all usually do, what were y'all able to see from the bench players?
And energy and locked in. They were locked into the scout too. Like there wasn't any drop off or anything. Like the things we were doing in the first half, they continued to do that in the fourth quarter, how we guard certain pick and rolls. Was there some mess ups? Yeah, but we messed up as well in the first half. And so our scouting report stays the same and they were locked in. And then offensively, just the spacing and how they were playing off of each other. They were still getting assists and we took some good shots. Some of them didn't go in, but the shots that we were taking were in the flow of our offense.
Andy, your hand went down. Do you have anything?
Yeah. Real quick, Asia, you mentioned the ball really moving today. Jackie Young in the last 2 games, 7 assists in the first game against Brooklyn or against New York, 9 today. How has her playmaking developed this season, in your opinion?
It's developed great. Jackie's someone that is, she's probably feeling that she's got that 9. She probably wanted 10, but
With no turnovers.
With no turnovers. That is great. Jackie, shout out to Jackie. Snaps to that. Snaps to Jackie because she works her ass off. She really does. And I know she's probably looking at that 4 and it's like, damn it. But then at the same time, she's looking at that 9 and it's like, I help a teammate. And when Chelsea goes back to say, paint for a teammate, good to great. Like this is what you string together to make a championship team. When some nights it might not be working for you offensively, but you're still productive and for your team. So Jackie, you're not in here because you didn't score, but we're proud of you.
And then real quick, you guys had, I believe, 10 more rebounds tonight than New York, or today. It's not night. What am I talking about? But how important was that? Because you guys don't out rebound a lot of teams.
Becky always talks about girl game rebounding, and that's going to be the difference between us winning something and losing something. So at the end of the day, we tell our guards to run through the elbows, bigs got a box out, and we're going to try to grab every rebound that's out there.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Hey, did Chelsea, just real quick, Kelsey signed some big deal on clothing. I wondered if you guys had any comments on her new clothing deal that she announced today.
No comment.